Welcome back to What If, because I'm Batman. And the last time on What If. No wait, this is not Dragon Ball Z related, so I can't use my Dragon Ball Z voice. The last time on the What If no one knew Naruto was a Jinchiuriki. What if? We left off at the beginning of the Chunin exams. Beginning of the tournament part of the Chunin exams, the preliminary elimination rounds before the actual tournament. Now, someone had actually asked me, what is Naruto's outfit like? Because he didn't see that the white chakra saber going with Naruto's canon outfit, and I pretty much said that he's wearing something akin to his Shippuden outfit. Style-wise, it'd be something similar to that, but I imagine he'd be wearing more like black pants with an orange stripe down the line of it. The coat would be the same, but it would actually be more of a vest than the coat. And Naruto would be wearing a ninja mesh shirt. So think his ninja mesh shirt kind of goes out to there, like long sleeve. He's got his coat on, but it is actually more of a vest that he has open, so it's a bit heavier duty, and it's a little shorter on its sleeves than it does have sleeves, but it's not as long. So his ninja mesh shirt sleeve extends longer than the vest sleeve does, and he has his chakra blade on the side. So last time, where did we leave off? We left off with them getting to the tower, and I think they would be about maybe a day, or they're not earlier. They're maybe like 6 hours early. They have enough time to rest a bit, get a bite to eat. Naruto sees Hinata there, and Hinata goes and gives him a big hug. He's like, yeah, and then gives him a little kiss on the cheek. He's like, Naruto's like, all goofy. He goes like, yeah. It's like, at this point, it's like, okay, I admit it. Yeah, I've got a thing for her. So I guess this is the kind of thing. We're going to go on a date, and maybe we'll be a couple. It's like, woohoo! And then, the hormonal boy thoughts go. It's like, and maybe we'll... and even the fox in his head is like, is like, what's the matter, kid? It's like, shut up! So, yeah, that nothing serious is going to happen up until the actual tournament start, or the preliminary round start. So the Hokage comes out. It's like, oh, this and that and this and that. And then Kabuto leaves. And it does raise a flag with a few of them. Even Naruto. This Naruto is not as naive as the other one, so it does raise a flag, but whatever. He figures he can't make it. So the fights commence. And, oh, crap. I gotta try to remember. The majority of them I can remember. I can remember the Sound Ninjas. I can remember basically everyone. But those two Spy Ninjas, I can't remember. Sasuke... Yasor, I think it began versus, was it Yora or Yoro? Was that it? Is that the guy's name? Yeah, that was his name, Yoro. Okay, I don't remember the other guy's name, so I'm not getting bothered. But I was at least able to remember Yoro. Basically, the guy who could steal chakra. That fight's gonna go, but Sasuke's not gonna be hindered because he doesn't have the curse mark. And Orochimaru's fuming about that, and Yoro's just like, wait, I thought you would have been. It's like, thought what? It's like. I thought you would have had, like, had what? And it's like, and then Sasuke's like, had what? And it's like, nah, forget it. And it's like, fine. And then they go toe-to-toe. And he grabs Sasuke and starts absorbing his chakra. He's like, what? It's like, that's right. It's like, I can absorb your chakra. And then Sasuke just kicks him in the chin. It's like, ah, crap. It's like, fine, let's see you absorb this. Firestar, Fireball Jutsu. Now, I would imagine that with that palm technique, Yoro could absorb like an incoming chakra-based attack. However, there's only so much he can absorb, and he doesn't have time to get it, so he puts a lot of his energy into, or chakra. It's weird. He needs chakra to use the technique, but as soon as he absorbs it, he has more chakra to use the technique. So it's kind of just, and, it's absorption, so he's able to power his technique with the technique. It comes at a cost that his hands are mildly burned, like enough. Like, if you get a really bad sunburn, it can be like that. Like, there's a sting in his hands. Like, his hands are hot. They sting. They are in pain now. But he's still relatively good to go. So now he's doing combat. Sasuke's just dodging. So he comes in and just, has the blade just dodging. He's uses his technique to channel chakra. Grabs the blade with the chakra. Cuts in a little, but he's able to just get, it's like, gotcha now. And then just Sasuke goes, and now he's got Sasuke's sword. Comes in, channels his chakra through the sword. And, he's about to stab Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, got you. He's like, what? And all of a sudden, the sword just pulls out of his hand because he sees Sasuke has some ninja wire there, and then just grabs it, and then just manages to tag him in the shoulder. Just, and then just kicks him right in the gut, and then just kicks him on the wall and more or less knocks him out and eliminates him. It's like, Sasuke Uchiha is the winner. Yeah! We're going to have to fast forward now because none of these other fights are going to be different besides a couple of key fights. Like the Naruto and Sakura's fights are probably going to go a little different than they did, and one other person's fight is going to go different than they did. But moving on. So yeah, Shino, Kankuro, Tamari, Tenta, they're all the same. Sakura and Ino's fight happens. And that starts off the same, but remember that at this point, I've given Sakura a bit of leeway that she's been trying to take herself a bit more seriously to keep up with press Sasuke, to kind of better herself a little bit, and to try to, prove that she's better than Naruto of all people. I was like, Naruto! So she knows some genjutsu. Now, Ino would probably be in the similar boat to Sakura, that she could handle genjutsu all right. But advanced genjutsu would not be something she could actually tolerate very well. So I would imagine that Sakura would try like the minor genjutsu. I think that Cherry Blossom one is the one I gave her. And Ino would be like, what? And then, she dispels it, but not in time to catch a good, strong right hook from Sakura. And then she comes in. They are throwing kunai at each other, shuriken, and then she cuts the hair and traps Sakura. Sakura gets possessed. Naruto gives her a pep talk, and Cha! Inner Sakura comes up and just knocks her out. And I was like, that's it, Hito Big, I've had it. And then just ninja tree binding technique, basically uses that illusion technique, and just basically, I can't move. It's like, that's right, side. And he's like, you pushed me this far, Pig, and it's over. It's over. And then she comes in and is like, that's right, you can either forfeit or die. He's like, no, I give up. And then just like, Sakura's just there. It's like, thank you. It's like, Ino surrounded. Like, huh? But Sakura, I actually think, wins the fight because she just has a technique that's that strong, and Ino is not experienced against that at all. So yeah, I think Sakura actually does win the fight. Cut over now to the Naruto fight. Obviously, him and Kiba are somewhat at odds. Kiba's jealous that Hinata's got all this affection for Naruto. Like, what does she see in that loser that I don't have? Huh? I'm the alpha dog around here, and just like, and then he's gonna trade some jabs with Naruto for it. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna kick your ass, and then I'm gonna show Hinata why I'm the real top dog around here, and then and show you why I'm real top. And then Hinata's gonna see what a loser you are, and then come crawling to me, all right, and then just flying into my arms, and Hinata's just like, are you kidding me? It's like I got this, babe. It's like I got this. Don't worry. Or nah, he wouldn't call it her babe. At least not right now. But he'd call her him. I think him would be a nice little pet name for her because it's princess, and she is technically a princess. She's the head of she's the head of basically the best household in the clan in the village. So she technically is a princess. So he calls her, I got this, him. It's just like. And he's like, I'm gonna make you. He's like, you call her that in front of my face? Fine. And it's like, Getsuka. And then he comes in charging Naruto, but this Naruto is a lot smarter. He makes a shadow clone. He makes a couple clones prior, and one of the clones gets in the way and shoves the original out of the way, pops. So now now he has the feedback from that to basically judge how strong Kiba's and fast Kiba's attack is. So now Naruto's able to just barely parry Kiba when he's doing that. Kiba's still actually faster than and physically more vicious than Naruto is. In fact, I'd argue he's probably actually the physically stronger of the two, even with Kakashi train. I think Kiba just has natural physicality over Naruto in some regards. I think Naruto definitely has the stamina advantage and the healing factor advantage, but speed and strength and ferocity-wise, Kiba's definitely got an edge over Naruto. So, Kiba's brutal stuff. Naruto's just definitely keeping, on guard, just boom, boom. He's able to, do some grabs, throw Kiba, but then Akamaru comes like, wow, what? It's like, that good boy. And then all of a sudden, it's like, come, Akamaru, stop. And then he's like, and then, he does a Gale Palm just from his, without, it's like, Futon Gale Palm, which is luckily a technique at this point I think Naruto would be able to do just on his own, or at least with just like one hand sign, even like a half hand sign, like, Futon Gale Palm just blasts Akamaru in the face, like, sorry, Akamaru, and then, but he's not too late, boom, he gets hit. It's like, fine. It's like, I was like, fine, you want to play rough? It's like, rah! It's like, let's go, Akamaru. And then all of a sudden, there's two kids like, what? And then it's like, fang over fang. It's like, Futon, what was it? Wind style, great breakthrough, blows them around. They're kind of colliding. They're slowed down. They're not stopping, but they're slowing down enough that Naruto's just like, then pulls out his bunch. Just I can't remember the name. The name I go. Wind style. I don't think remember the name I gave it. Wind style Hurricane Earth. No. Wind style. Windblade Earth Charge or something like that, and then just throws his blade and chakra blade out and just boom, and just they start hitting. They're breaking against it, but it's now actually slowing that, and they're even getting some nicks in there. So Naruto's able to avoid them again. So Naruto's just this is a Kiba Nakamura are no pushovers. I gotta give him, and he actually gives them props because Naruto's not above doing that. He's not below doing that. It's like, I gotta give you guys props. It's like, you guys are a lot stronger than I gave you credit for. It's like, yeah, that's right. We're the top dogs around here, aren't we, Nakamura? But you can also see that there's nicks on them. They're not paying attention. I was like, so that technique did give them nicks. And then they come in again, and they're a little slower this time, Naruto notices. He's being trained by Kakashi, albeit he has a pretty good eye for analytics. Even in the original series, Naruto could point out stuff other people couldn't point out. He noticed when Sasuke and Lee fought the scars and bandages on Lee's wrists. He's able to notice things some other people don't know. So you add that with Kakashi's training and being able to see underneath the underneath. Naruto would actually be a pretty good tactical analysis on the battlefield. Analyst. There was analyst. He'd be able to see things other people couldn't a lot with a lot more distinction. So he'd notice that their speed is a little lower. So now Naruto's like, that's it, and then just throw some smoke bombs down. It's like, we can still find you with our sense of smell. However, they realize they're getting blocked on multiple fronts. Like, what's going on? It's like, you're not the only one with tricks, Kiba. All of a sudden, the cloud, the smoke dissipates enough, and they see there's multiple Narutos there, and he just does a low-level exploding shadow clone and just go boom. Think of it kind of like a flash bomb explosion almost, just boom. Enough that it pushes them back. It's like, And Akamaru, unfortunately, gets knocked out. It's like, Akamaru! It's like, sorry, Akamaru. Nothing personal. And then it's like, you! I was like, comes in again. It comes again, starts swinging at Naruto wildly. Naruto's not taking advantage of this and just thrusts a Futon Gale Palm. Or Gale, I think there was one I heard called Buddha Palm at one point, or a fanfiction at one point. But, palm thrust. You basically just do a gale palm, thrusting his gale palm, boom! Kiba just at that point, I think, is knocked out. Just has the wind knocked out. He tries to get up, but he can't. It's like, Kiba's unable to battle. Naruto's the winner. Yeah! He's like Kermit the Frog is the referee. Kiba's lost. Naruto's the winner. Yay! So everyone's wins. Like, yay! And Naruto's like, Naruto! It's like, yeah, you won! It's like, yeah. It's like, man, I didn't know Kiba was, such a dick. He was like, no. Kurenage is like, Naruto. I was like, sorry, Kurenage. It's like, but Kurenage is like, that being said, yeah, I didn't know Kiba was quite feeling this way. And like, I was like, it's like, I mean, he's always been nice, but he's also kind of tried to make a move every now and then, and I always just politely declined him. But it's like, by the way, and it's like, Naruto here, by the way, and it's like, oh, thanks, just rubs the ointment on him and just heals. Like, thank you. And they notice that his wounds heal fast, and they're like, whoa. And I would imagine that Kakashi knows, Kakashi knows, Hokage knows, and Jiraiya knows. I'm also going to say that while Hinata doesn't know about the fox, she knows there's something different. Remember, Byakugan can see a lot. And she's certainly spied on Naruto more than once or twice, I'm certain. She's probably noticed something about his chakra every now and then, that there's this hint of red in there. So she's noticed something about him, but she doesn't know what it is. Like, when his healing factor is active, I think probably the fox chakra is a little bit more active, I'd imagine. Anyway, then the next pairing comes up, and it's Hinata versus Neji. Now, the initial competition before the fight even starts does not go the same way. Neji's belittling Hinata, but this Hinata is nowhere near the pushover she was in the original series. And she's nowhere near the scared, timid girl she was in the original series. This Hinata is a lot more confident, a lot more outspoken, has a lot more gumption to her. So initially, they'll have an initial conversation, And Neji will try to prod her, and it's not going to do anything. But Neji, I think, does probe a bit more. I think he is going to get a reaction out of Hinata, but not the reaction you think. He's going to see her start reacting a bit to things, and then and she closes her eyes, and then right before Naruto's about to say something, she goes, "Are you done talking?" Or there's one of two ways. I can think she actually may even go somewhere around like just looking at Naruto's like, "So Naruto, where do you think we should go on our date?" I'm thinking, I know you love ramen, but I'd like to try at least someplace at least a little bit more special. And then Naruto's just suddenly getting it's like, "Well, I was thinking, we could do this and this." And then she's like, "Huh?" It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. If you're just going to keep talking and not fighting, I'm just going to ask my future boyfriend here where our first date's going to be." To which, and actually, you know what? I like that scenario better, so I'm going with that scenario. Because it also puts the spotlight on Naruto a little bit, just like Naruto's blush of a future boyfriend. Oh, and then all the guys who know that Hinata's like, the Hyuga princess and a fairly decent looking girl, and all the girls now are looking at him just like, except for like Gaara and stuff who doesn't care. Even Sasuke's like, and it was like, and Kakashi's kind of just giving that eye smile, like, "Oh, really, son? Got yourself a little girl? Finally get yourself a girlfriend and a cutie." And that's like, "Thanks, Hinata." It's like, "You're welcome." It's like, yeah, if you're gonna keep talking, enough fine. And now Neji's just like, "Fine then, you've been warned." Then Byakugan, and then Hinata just puts on a confident smile and just Byakugan. So their fight commences. Now I will say this. Neji is still the better fighter of the two. Because he's just a bit more driven in a different manner than Hinata is. But Hinata is definitely not the pushover. Pushover is not the right word. She's stronger. She's a better fighter, and she's just got better control over her Byakugan and her abilities than she does in the original series. Because she's, with Naruto there to push her forward, she's taken herself a lot more seriously. She's had more confidence in herself, and she's been able to push herself. Which has been shown by her father's now seen that and has taken more interest in her training, which has given her a chance to improve herself more. So in that initial struggle of competition where it looks like they both get a hit in, Hinata does get hit, but because she's a bit more defensive like that. In the anime, she has that the protection of the Trigrams technique. I think the minute she feels she's going to get hit, she actually releases some chakra at that point to soften the blow. It still hits the chakra point, it still weakens it, but it doesn't completely shut down. And Neji, I think, is surprised at this point because he's like, "What? Your chakra?" It's like, it does cough up some blood from some material damage. However, as Neji's talking, he all of a sudden feels like, "What?" And it's like, "What? She actually closed my chakra point?" It's like, it's like she's kind of gets a bit of a huff. It's like, "You didn't think I've been training for nothing, huh?" And then they look at you like, "It seems you did improve, but that's not the point. But Fate has still chosen me to be the winner." And then they go back at it again. He still hits those chakra points in her arm, which she was not able to block. However, she's able to, as he grabs her, she's able to pull off a nice move of hitting him in the foot with her hitting him in the shin with her foot, and basically taking some chakra and just like, his leg goes a bit numb. She was able to do that with her foot. She's now huffing. She can't really use her arm for the gentle fist anymore, her right arm anyway, but she's still they're now huffing a bit. So now Hinata is incorporating some kick maneuvers in there as well, and Neji's got to be a bit more cautious as his leg's a bit numbed up. They're going back and forth, and eventually I do think it is Neji who wins, but I think that's just because he is older and therefore does have some more experience and has had longer to do the technique, and he's a bit more driven in a different manner. I do think Hinata isn't as hurt as she is in the canon, though. I also think that before a final blow can be struck, as she does say something, they all get in there and stop him. Naruto gets in there as well, and he grabs her. It's like, don't worry, Hinata, we'll get you in. We'll get you there. We're gonna get you some help. And he takes her in. It's like, "I'm gonna go with her, Dad." It's like, Sasuke and Sakura, Say, Lee, if you end up going, let me know how it goes so I can face you too. And it's like, yeah, yes, Naruto, of course. You go to your fair, like Lee's just like, please go to your fair maiden. She needs you, and Then the fight comes, and Lee and Gaara's fight takes place. Now, I think Naruto shows back up about halfway through. It's right as Lee's about to take his weights off. They ask how Hinata is. She's in pain and she's hurt, but she's stable, and they say she'll be fine with some rest. Luckily, the damage wasn't too severe. And Neji's just like, no, he's like, all the while Neji luckily takes off those weights, and that fight goes about the same as it does. In fact, it goes pretty much the exact same. And then you go to the Dosu versus Choji fight, and that fight takes place about the same as well. So, now we get to the end fight, or not the end fight, the final drawings. And, again, that's all the same. Naruto's going to face Neji, Sasuke will face Gaara, Kankuro will face Shino, Temari will face Shikamaru. And because Dotsu because Sakura's here, now Shikamaru doesn't have to fight an extra round. Now Sasuke can get Dotsu. So we're going to give Sakura to Dotsu. So go and train. Now we are at the 21-minute mark. We're going to go as far as say go to the training and then to the actual tournament, the actual real Chunin exam. So Naruto goes to his dad, goes to Kakashi, he's like, okay, we're getting ready to train. It's like, well, I have 3 members of Team 7 to train, and unfortunately, only one of them has a Sharingan. So yeah, he's like, oh, Dad. It's like, it's like fine. It's like, don't worry, Naruto. I'll arrange another teacher for you. Jiraiya should be here, somewhere. It's like, oh, Uncle Jiraiya, yep, he's agreed to continue training. It's like, right on, woo. Where is he though? It's like, well, I haven't seen him, but knowing your godfather, take a guess. Like, yeah, I'll go. But he goes to the hot spring because he knows his godfather's there. Also, Sakura would be more likely trained. Well, I'm not sure. He was actually saying it's like Sakura. That reminds me because they're all there at that point. Sasuke's not even in there. It's like I'm going to be training you, Sasuke, and then training with Jiraiya, or train with your godfather. And Sakura, I've actually arranged for you to train with someone else. Seeing as you've been showing such an aptitude in Genjutsu lately, and not only one of them has made it to, her teammates have made it to the finals, I've arranged you to train with Kurenai. She's the best Genjutsu master in the village. It's like, awesome. As well, I've given her a couple scrolls to train you in a few other methods as well. So, Sakura would be training with Kurenai, Sasuke will be training with Kakashi, and Naruto will be training with Jiraiya. He goes to find Jiraiya. I actually imagine Ebisu might be there too, just being a closet pervert as he is. And he's like, Pervy Sage, and he's like, he's like, and he doesn't call him Uncle. I'd imagine he'd actually probably call him Uncle. Because, he's his godfather, but I imagine he'd call him Uncle. But, Uncle, you're Sage. And then just turns this sexy jutsu, just, and just kicks his ass in there and goes, it's like, that was cruel, boy, kid. It's like, yeah, well, stop being such a pervert, and maybe I wouldn't do that. Never! It's like, then I'm never going to stop. It's like, grrr, and then they look at you and just have a good laugh. Naruto, I missed you, kid. How you been? It's like, I've been good, Uncle. So they get to do their training. Now, what is Naruto's training going to consist of? He doesn't have the curse seal on. He doesn't have the seal on him like he did initially from Orochimaru. He doesn't really need chakra training as well. He'll still work on it, obviously, because that's something he'll always need to work on, but he doesn't need to do that. So what is he going to be training on? Well, I think we're going to be seeing 3 things. We're going to be seeing him talk about doing the Fox's chakra. We've talked about the Fox before, but you know that, have you ever tried to access it? I haven't accessed it, but I have spoken to him once or twice. He's a bit of a dick. So they explain the scenario in terms of using his chakra to do the Fox. But he said we have an agreement that if they really need it, he'll give me some chakra. It's like, well, that's a start. We'll practice with that a little bit. So I'd imagine at least at one point the Fox is giving some chakra to practice. Jiraiya would be like, whoa, he's got a lot of power in this form, but he's able to overall handle Naruto. Next, I imagine that they would be focusing on the summoning jutsu. And I think in Naruto's initial first time, because he has better chakra control, and just access to just high chakra reserves down. I think he actually would summon either Gamatsu or Kamikichi first. I think he would summon them first. And he'd be impressed. So I think through like a week or so of training, he'd be able to summon Gamma himself, like the solid toad. I think he could do that. Also, there's one technique I've always thought would be a cool technique is what if he did like a toad shadow clone jutsu and there's multiple toads around? I think that'd be a cool technique. So I'd imagine that while practicing with the summoning, he'd also learn to maybe create a technique like that. Furthermore, he'd be practicing his wind jutsu. I'd imagine Kakashi would have given him a wind jutsu to be working on. And like the wind bullet, I think would be a good one for him to work on. Plus, he's got multiple clones, and he knows how to use those for training, so he'd be using those for training. So with that, and Jiraiya's like, let's see, we got 3 weeks left. Hey, kid, here's a water balloon. Yeah, we're going there. Now, will Naruto master it with multiple clones? Yeah. Well, not obviously master it. But you know what I mean. Not like we're not seeing we're not seeing Rush Shuriken before the fight. We're not seeing that. But will Naruto get it down before the finals? Spoiler: yeah, he would. With multiple clones to train with, at least 500, because he can make 1,000 with a little issue. But and I think he would keep more down to like a couple hundred. But still, with a couple hundred and better chakra control that he already has, plus wind element as a natural element. Yeah, I think he'd get it down. So Naruto would be getting down a lot of techniques during this time. Now we cut over to Sasuke and Kakashi. Kakashi would teach him that he actually has more of an affinity for lightning than fire. Would basically train him for the Chidori, and also would be teaching him a bit more of swordsmanship to coincide with Naruto a little bit. Teaching him how to use Sharingan a bit more. Channeling lightning through his blade, absolutely. So that would be a lot of Sasuke's training. And then Sakura would be a unique case. Sakura, I think, would also be working on her physicality as well, because I don't know. In a lot of fan fictions you read that Kurenai apparently knows Anko on some personal level, like as a good friend. I don't know if she would or not, but I think if she could call her in as a favor for like some physical training, definitely some. Because Sakura is very much a physical fighter particularly when you see Shippuden. She's very much a physical fighter, so I imagine she'd be giving her like the physical lessons, showing her how to use like Senbon and things along those lines. Kurenai would definitely be giving her a crash course in Genjutsu. She'd be learning a lot of Genjutsus, minor and like kind of going up the scale a bit. I think she'd be learning a lot of those. And I think they would feel it was important that she knows at least a ninjutsu. So I think they would teach her, because she can't rely, because even though being a physical fighter is great and having the Genjutsu is great, you'll go up against someone who will probably be able to take you on. So they would probably determine what her chakra nature is and give her a low grade jutsu for that. Now, what would Sakura's chakra nature be? I'd imagine she's either earth or a fire type. Given her personality, I think I'm going to lean towards fire. And so she at least learns a standard fireball jutsu. So that's where our core team 7 members are at this moment. So we will end it with them getting to the stadium for the Chunin exams. Dotsu is killed by Gaara, so actually Sakura is going to end up fighting the winner of the match between Sukamaru and Tamari. Anyway, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for Would Win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel, put in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Should have also stated that Hinata and Naruto go on a date probably about halfway through when Hinata's out of the office. And it's a nice little date, and they share a kiss, and maybe they do a kid make-out session. Like, it's like, hormones, we're young puppy love. But, we know they're probably going to end up together in the long run anyway. So, yeah, they get that date, too. It's like, oh, yeah, I forgot to put that in. Yeah, that's happening. Yeah, anyway, so, thanks for watching. I got nothing else. So, yeah, who would win throughout the week? What if on Wednesday? Skyscraper, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing on Thursday. The usual stuff. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And see you next time.